Hello everyone, Time to Grind here, and today I wanted to talk about Doom Eternal. And Doom Eternal is just a stupid amount of fun. It is non-stop action that quite frankly just makes you feel like a complete badass. The gunplay and just gameplay are easily what makes the game so phenomenal. Every single feature in Doom Eternal is pretty much focused to just make you have to play as aggressively as possible and not just hide and cower, like in other first-person shooter games like Call of Duty. If you take damage, you're going to hide behind cover and wait for your health to regen, and that is not what Doom Eternal is. Just everything that the game does is deliberately made to pretty much make you have to play super hyper aggressively. And if you haven't played any of these new Doom games, especially Doom Eternal, they pretty much do this by having several different attacks or abilities, whatever you want to call them, that give you, in this game, health, armor, and ammo. And they all require you to kind of be close up to the enemies in order to do that. So the main thing that you probably already know about is the finishers. So whenever you get an enemy close enough to dying, they start like flashing blue and orange, and if you get close enough to them, you can do an extremely brutal and disgusting finisher that can involve stabbing their eyes out and then shoving it down their throats, or slicing them up in a million different pieces. They all just look incredibly just brutal, and that's partly what makes this game amazing. So on top of making you be super hyper aggressive and constantly going up to people to attack them, it makes it look super badass in doing so. And every time you do that, do one of the finishers, they drop health. So if you're getting close to dying, instead of cowering behind, a pillar or a building or anything like that, you have to go even more aggressively because you need to get those finishers to get some of your health back. And on top of that, you are constantly running out of ammo in this game. You never seem to have enough ammo. And to solve that, you have a chainsaw. And it just so happens that if you ever kill someone with the chainsaw, which it will just instantly kill any lower health, enemies, so you can't do it to some of the bigger enemies, mainly just the more traditional enemies that you find around. It'll instantly kill them, again, with a super brutal, finisher that just shows you chainsawing their head off, or just, their body in half, or anything like that. It just drops a ton of ammo for every single one of your guns. So if you're running out of ammo for all your guns, or the ones that you want to use at that time, you're going to have to constantly kill people with the chainsaw. And it runs on fuel, so you can't just spam it, and the fuel kind of regenerates over time, or you can pick up more fuel at some points in the game. So it's kind of just an ability that you can use a little bit, but you have to constantly use that in the finisher to make sure you have enough health and ammo. And the new feature in Doom Eternal is like your flamethrower. And so the flamethrower, you can use it, and it puts things in front of you on fire, because that's what flamethrowers do. And whenever you do that, they start dropping armor. And then whenever you finish off those enemies, they drop a ton of armor. So, not only if you're running out of health do you need to use finishers, or if you're running out of ammo, use your chainsaw. If you want to stock up on some armor, because that makes you tankier, you have to go up close and use the flamethrower. And so using all three of those in, tandem with each other pretty much make up most of the gameplay. And on top of that, you have the weapons, the amazingly fun and brutal weapons in this game that make up the other half of the gunplay and gameplay. And I mean, there are some insanely awesome weapons in this game. Almost every single weapon to me seems useful in its own situation. You have things like your combat shotgun, to your rocket launcher, to your energy weapons, and on top of all of that, every single weapon in the game has a mod. It has like 2 different mods that you can put on it that completely change their secondary ability. So for the combat shotgun, as an example, you can either have it shoot these sticky grenades that stick on, either walls if you shoot them on walls, or enemies if you shoot enemies, or you could have it be an auto shotgun and kind of just do it really, really fast. And so there's so much customization in this game. I mean, especially just with the weapons, but even more that we'll talk about in a second. But I mean, the weapons, every single weapon in this game can pretty much be 2 different weapons, because you have its primary fire, but then a lot of the weapons I use for their primary and secondary fire. There's, just a constant, huge range of things you can do with these weapons, and it really feels like, to me, I'm starting to find certain weapons that are my favorite. I really like the super shotgun that you get later in the game. I really love the first energy weapon that you get. I love its secondary fire, where you can kind of do a plasma wave on someone, and it will microwave them and cause them to blow up after a certain amount of time. But I just know that every other person playing is probably having completely different favorite weapons and favorite weapon mods, and that's really, really awesome. You really can kind of find what you like doing and use those more than other weapons. And so with all the other customization in the game, there are so many different leveling systems and perk trees and just perks in general, but it never really feels overwhelming, except a little bit at the beginning. So, because it kind of gradually shows you all of the different customization and unlock systems. So, there's perks where you can unlock these perks that you can have up to 3 of that kind of just change things. One of them gives you more movement in the air. Some of them make your interact with those finishers and stuff, making them, faster, or the range to do them is longer, just kind of small things like that. On top of that, you can, like I said, mod your weapons, but then on top of modding your weapons, you can put weapon points into those specific mods to unlock, say, for the microwave, plasma thing that will microwave people and make them blow up. You can put some perks on it that make it, you can do it from further away, or it takes less time to do it. And then once you get both of the weapon mod, or, however many there are, you could get a, mastery challenge that says, oh, we'll kill 25 people in this one unique way, and you'll unlock an even another bonus to the weapon mod. So there's so much to do just with the weapons, but then you have the perks, like I said, then you have, armor points themselves that you can put into different things, whether it's just helping you explore the world more, or making your grenades better, or things like that. There's so much customization, and you're constantly finding the things in the world, because there are a ton of secrets in Doom Eternal. So, you have your things the stereotypical things like the toys, the, music records, there's cheat codes, extra lives, stuff like that. But another big part is finding these batteries that you can unlock new stuff on your ship, or finding more perk points or more armor points or anything like that, or finding more opportunities to unlock more perks. So all of the customization, is tied to either fighting things and getting those weapon points, or by finding them in the world. And there is a ton of secrets in this game. And so for me personally, I just went for the obvious ones. Or if I was oh, okay, maybe I think there's a secret, I wasn't going out of my way to find all of the secrets, but I could totally see myself doing that, after you get everything else done in the game, because there's so much fun to do it. The game really makes finding secrets not tedious somehow like in other games. And on top of that, there's a lot of really cool things like cheat codes are one of the secrets you can find, and it allows you to replay past levels with different advantages or just different things, but progression is still, unlocked. So say you find a cheat code that makes you able to play one of the levels better, you can use that opportunity to find even more, secrets. And then there's a map that you can really use to try to find all of the secrets. And if you want to go into that, the armor points I was talking about, a lot of it is exploration based, so you can get some of those perks to help out. So for all of the people that love 100%ing these games and finding all the secrets, you're going to have a lot of fun in this game. On top of that, the game runs incredibly smooth on my PC. I was expecting to be able to, run it well. I got a decent PC, but it was running insanely well. It really seems like it's very well optimized, as long as I'm assuming you have the newest drivers for your graphics card, so make sure you do that. But it runs really well, so don't worry about that. The music is awesome. It just helps contribute to making you feel like that just total badass Doom guy that Doom has always been about. And the game is just as gory and just as violent and just as brutal as you would expect from a modern Doom game, if not more. There were some finishers that just I was like, dang, that looks like it hurts. And that's what you want in a Doom game. It's amazing because they take this kind of scary concept of, all these demons invading the Earth, and kind of put a sci-fi spin on it, and instead of it being oh, you're the scared one, you were just playing as this ultimate badass that is just wiping the floor. And eventually, once you get later into the game, they start getting scared. They're like, oh no, he's ruining everything, and it's just amazing. And the story overall, it's nothing special. I think it's good enough where you're like, okay, that makes sense. And it's kind of interesting to see the whole demons versus angels, and the angels are telling Doom guy yo, it's their turn to do all this, you're kind of like, it's very interesting. Don't want to spoil too much about it, but it's nothing like groundbreaking in my opinion personally, but I don't think it hurts the game at all. And in fact, I mean, the game is just about killing demons really badassly, and so the story kind of is just allowing you to do that the best way it can, and so I don't really have a problem with that. On top of that, there's also a multiplayer mode that is a 1v2, and I really love asymmetrical multiplayer mode, so I gave it a little bit of a shot. I haven't played a ton of it, but it's one Slayer versus 2 demons, and you get to play as some of the more elite demons, and the demons can summon other smaller demons, and they also can attack, and the demons win if they kill Doom Guy, and Doom Guy has to kill both demons, and if you kill one demon, it respawns in like 20 seconds, so you have to kill the other demon in 20 seconds. And there's a lot more to it. There's different loadouts and stuff like that. Overall, in the small little experience I played, it seemed like the demons kind of had an edge. It was more likely they were going to win, but obviously I just started playing it. I haven't played much of that multiplayer game, so it might just be something where for newer players, demons are better, but it is very interesting, and it seems like something that I could see myself playing a little bit of if, you know, some more friends picked up Doom Eternal. But I mean, overall, this game has been incredible. It is some of the best first-person shooting that I have played recently, and it's just no other game makes you just feel so aggressive. I mean, every little thing in this game is just hyper-focused. I mean, even the theme is just hyper-focused to making you just play super, super aggressively, because you are the Doom Guy. I mean, the demons are starting to get scared of you, so like it feels even better to just go in and just brutally destroy these things that are supposed to be scary, and they're tormenting and they're killing most of humanity, and you're just this one guy and you're just sweeping the floor with some of the most fluid combat in the game and just brilliant design of, you know, the whole system that makes it super aggressive, because ultimately that's what makes Doom Eternal amazing for me. And so, you know, overall, I would highly recommend it if you are a fan of first-person shooters, if you're a fan of just hyper-aggressive gameplay, or just pick it up. I mean, it's amazing. And so, you know, I definitely wanted to try to get this review out to you guys as soon as possible. So I've just been playing it an insane amount. But I would love to hear your guys' opinions. If you guys have played it, or if you've played the older Doom, or just from watching this review, what are your thoughts on Doom Eternal so far? And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content. Normally there's about 2 different game reviews per week on this channel. The next one I'm working on is Animal Crossing. That's one of the big reasons I'm, you know, trying to get this review out, so I can, you know, now start playing Animal Crossing. So stay tuned for an Animal Crossing review. And if you guys are having a great day today, I hope you continue having a great day. If you guys aren't having a great day, I hope you guys start having a great day. But either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. See you guys next time.